Okay, the next part to our trading stock adjustment, which this is now part 3 of the profit and loss video, is this trading stock part, whether we determine we have whether we have a trading stock surplus or whether we have a trading stock deficit. So this is what we are going to do. This is the physical amount, always the physical amount, and you want to compare the physical stock with the book balance. So this is my physical stock and the book balance is the amount in the trial balance. So what we are going to do is go to our trading stock and our trial balance or the book amount. Now if I look for my trading stock, it was 659,000. So 659,000. But if I remember correctly, number one, we had an adjustment which said that sales to the value of 90,000 was made on credit. The cost price was 45,000 and this transaction was not recorded. Okay, so the 45,000 needs to be accounted for, right? Now what do I mean it needs to be accounted for? I mean that actually, number one, I was supposed to go, please forgive me for that, I was supposed to go to my trading stock and minus 45,000. Why? Because it is stock that has left my business. Okay, it was just that it was not recorded. Now in the event that I did not take into account this 45,000 as I'm doing this trading stock transaction, it would mean that my answer would have been incorrect. So again, sorry for that. Please, when you are doing an adjustment and it does affect the stock, please go to your trading stock and adjust it. Okay, so my book balance is 659,000 minus 45,000. Okay, so I'm gonna say 659,000 minus 45,000 is equal to 614,000, right? So now I am comparing my physical stock of 534,000, my physical stock of 534,000 with my book balance of 614,000. Okay, so the fact that my physical stock is less than my book balance, it means that I have a trading stock deficit. So you are going to ask yourself, physically, do I have more or physically do I have less? If physically you have more, then this is equal to a trading stock surplus. But if physically you have less, then it's equal to a trading stock deficit. So you're going to say the fact that you have 500 here, but according to the books you have 600, that is a big difference and you cannot make the stock physically appear. So you are going to go with the physical amount. So we're going to go here and we're going to say, there's no space here because I used the wrong answer book, but you will have enough space. Trading stock deficit. So for this trading stock deficit, all I'm going to do is input these figures. Now I advise you not to take 614 just like that, simply because there will be part marks for this working out. So we'll say it's a big bracket, 659,000 minus 45,000, and then a smaller bracket, and I close that smaller bracket, minus 534,000, and then I close the smaller bracket. Okay, the next adjustment, or in fact the last adjustment, it says the bank statement received from Zimo Bank reflected the following: bank charges for 3,900, a direct deposit by the owner for 570,000 as his additional capital contribution. This you can just ignore for now. It's part of the capital note, right, which will not be covered, but we can move on to the next one. It is the interest on the current account. Okay, so what do we know? That this bank charges here must be, it's an expense, it must be taken into account. But this interest on current account, right, this interest on current account is an income to me. Okay, what is it? It is an income that we receive from maintaining a positive bank balance. It is interest that we receive from the bank for not tapping into that bank overdraft facility. All right, so we're going to go to my bank charges. Did I record it? Yes, I did. And I'm going to add 3,900. And then I'm going to go to, well, I don't have a balance for interest on current account, but I know it is definitely an income. So I go to my profit and loss. I will say interest on current account, and that is 2,500. Okay, and now, let's see any more. And now I am done with each and every single adjustment. So at this point now, I take my calculator and I start putting in the totals. So we'll start from the trading account. 10,650,000 minus 105,000 plus 9,000 will give me 10,635,000. Okay, then for the cost of sales, it's 7,100,000 plus 45,000 will give me 7,145,000. And then the last part for this trading stock is that I'm going to determine whether I have a profit and loss. And simply, if you have a profit, it's going to go on this side. If you have a loss, it's going to go on this side. But this is what we are going to do. You don't have to memorize it like that. You are just going to balance the account. Okay, so you're going to see this is the credit side, this is the debit side. Which side is bigger? The steps to balancing an account, it is obviously the credit side. With 10 million, 10 million is more than 7 million, so both sides must be equal to, okay, I don't have space, but I'm just going to write it at the bottom, 10,635,000, and then 10,635,000. Then which side is smaller or which side is lacking? I'm going to say it's this side here. Obviously, the 7 million side, it is the, I'm going to say profit and loss, the name of this account, where it's going. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is simply take 10,635,000 minus this 7,145,000, and I'm going to get 3,490,000. Okay, Immediately after that, in accounting, we know that the rule is for every debit there is a credit. It's gonna go straight to my trading account on the opposite side. If it was debited here, it will be credited here, right? So we'll say, what is the name of this account now? It is the trading account. And how much was that? 3,490,000. Now, even if you know your answer is not right here, transfer it because you will definitely get an operation mark, okay? Right. Now it is time for me to just take my calculator and punch in all of these balances. The easy part, but also be fast, but be accurate. You do not want to make a mistake here because these are just free marks. 960,000. Then the insurance, I'll say 98 minus 11 is 87,000. The rates and taxes, there was no change with this. So this is 107,000. The repairs, also no change, 86,000. The telephone, also no change, 124,500. Stationery is 56,700 minus 1,700 minus 5,000, and that's going to give me 50,000. Bank charges, I'm going to say 42,000 plus 3,000. Oh gosh, 42,000 plus 3,900, 45,900. Then my bad debts is 34,000. Bad debt, 34,000 plus 19,000. I'm going to say this is 53,000. My interest on my loan is 168,000 plus 33,600. So that's 201,600. My water and electricity is 99,000 plus 9,000, and that's 108,000. My depreciation, 255,123 plus 389,500 is 644,500. My trading stock deficit is, so I know that this answer here in my working out, it was equal to 614,000. So 614,000 minus 534,000 is equal to 80,000. Okay. And then now I'm going to move on to my income side. I'm going to say 990,000 minus 198,000, and that's going to give me 792,000. Then my bad debt recovered is equal to 20,700. My interest on fixed deposit, 2,500 and 2,500. Actually, it's 25,000. Sorry, that's equal to 50,000. And then my interest on current account is 2,500, no change. Okay, and then there you have it. All right, we are finally at the last step. So the last step is the same thing as balancing account. You don't have to know where the capital is going. You're going to add your income and you're going to add your expenses and write the totals at the corner, see which side is bigger, and obviously the lacking side will be your capital amount. So let me do it with you. You're going to say, let's add the income, 3,490,000 plus 792,000 plus 20,000, 700 plus 50,000 plus 2,500, and that's going to give me, I'll write it here, 4,355,200. Okay, then I'm going to say 960,000 plus 87,000 plus 107, 123 plus 86,000 plus 124, 500 plus 50 plus 45, 900 plus 53,000 plus 201, 600 plus 108,000 plus 644, 500 plus 80,000, right, is 2,547,000. Oh gosh, 2,547,500. Okay, now this is 4 million, this is 2 million, so obviously the credit side or the income side is bigger, which means the smaller side is my expense account. It is the capital. This is where the capital amount is, or like how we said profit and loss, we're saying capital here, right? The remaining profit will go to my capital account, and we are going to say the balance, the bigger amount, we're going to drop the bigger amount down of, oh gosh, where do I put it? I'll just put it, I don't know if you can see, but like how these balances are, it will be the same here. I'm so sorry for using the incorrect answer book. 4,355,200, 4,355,200, and then 4,355,200 minus this balance here of 2,547,500 gives me 1,800,000. I don't know if you can see that. 1,807,000, 1,807,700, and then there you have it. So in this was equal to, is the mark scheme, this was equal to 65 marks. Okay, so this question is, it carries a lot of marks in every exam, and I hope that this video has helped you, showing you step by step. Please remember that if ever you get stuck, just move on, and if the third time you cannot calculate the number, go with your gut feeling, put a number there, and just move on so that you could get all of the operation marks. Okay, thank you.